Hello, English 079. I want to welcome you to the class. My name is Professor Coomer. Hopefully you've had a chance to take a look at the English 101 video. If you haven't, you may want to go ahead and take a look at that one first, because what this class is all about is helping you get through English 101. So this course is all about basically giving you a little extra help, especially when it comes to readings and critical writings, so that you are better prepared and you're ready to really nail it in English 101. Generally, people that do their best in English 079 do a really good job in Comp 1. And so it's a great class. It's something that you've got a little bit extra help, and we'll do good things this semester. So I want to welcome you to the class, and I'm just going to go ahead and just cover what this class is all about and what is expected of you this week. As I said in the English 101 video, last semester I learned a lot about virtual teaching, and one of the things I learned is that you've got things going on and you don't always want to have to come to class virtually. So what I'm going to do every week is I'll be making a video like this. I'll be giving you weekly assignments, things that you need to have completed by the end of the week. And if you need to talk to me, you can always get a hold of me through my virtual office hours, which I'll repeat in this video. I also talked about in the English 101 course. But let's talk about specifics of English 079. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. If you take a look at the English 079 page, this is our home page. And if you take a look, you will see announcements down here whenever I post those later on. If you go to the faculty page, again, just like in English 101, you do have this link right here, and that will link you to my office, my virtual office. And again, my office hours are 8 to 9, Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the morning. And then Tuesday, Thursday, I will either be 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. during those hours. Basically, let's see here. It looks like I need to change this right now because as it stands right now, I'll be in the 1 p.m. hour when it comes to my virtual office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Typically, I will be there, but there are going to be times when I'm traveling or whenever I have another meeting, or maybe I'm with another student at that time. So the best policy is to check with me in advance to see if I will be there, to basically just make an appointment and say, hey, I know you got an office hour on Monday at 8. Will you please, can we have a time to meet? Cool. And that way you're not letting everything ride on this meeting that maybe I'm in a meeting with someone else. Maybe someone else made an appointment during that time. That way we can coordinate better. So always err on the side of caution, and just please reach out. I promise I'm very happy to work with you. So if you take a look, my email address is there. That's how you can reach out to me. Also, just as I said in English 101, on Mondays, I do spend the entire day pretty much in my virtual office hour. So even though it says Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 a.m. hour, on Mondays, I'll start my office time usually at 8 a.m. on a Monday, and I will be observing. I'll be in that virtual office pretty much from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. every Monday. So if you didn't make it to the 8 a.m. office hour and you need to talk to me, it's very, very likely that on Mondays I will be there. I do take a lunch break during that time. So if you try to contact me around noon on a Monday and I'm not there, well, that's probably because I'm eating my lunch. But most of the time on Mondays, you can contact me because I'll just leave that office time wide open so that you can access me, ask questions on assignments, get guidance, and just basically have access to talking to me as much as you need every Monday from 8 a.m. to about 3 p.m. If you take a look over here at our content and assignment links, actually, let's go ahead and take a look at the syllabus. So click on the syllabus/schedule first. We'll take a look at that. And we're just going to go ahead and use this syllabus. There's 2 links to the syllabus, but we're going to use the Word document version. And essentially, I'll give you a basic rundown of what English 079 is. You can also, of course, you can read all of the information that's on the syllabus. But essentially, English 079 is a partner course to English 101. It used to be that you would have to take a standalone course called English 011 before you could take English 101 if you didn't score at a certain level on the standardized test. But what we decided to do, we saw that that was really putting people behind, and it took a whole semester just to take Comp 1. And so at Vincent's University, we took the lead and we designed a class that would allow you to take Comp 1 as long as you're taking this other class, and that would satisfy those requirements. So you have to be taking both of these classes. If you drop one, you're dropped out of the other one. So make sure you're working on both of these classes, and you seriously, you can't drop one if you want to stay in the other. Now, if you scroll down, the grades policy, really, when it comes to English 079, here's really the key. If you hand in your homework, you'll get a 100% A. As long as it's handed in and it's handed in on time, pretty much everything in this class is a completion score. I do a lot of the heavy grading when it comes to Comp 1, but English 079, as long as you hand in your homework and you hand it in on time, you'll get all the points. So there's no reason not to get an A in this class. And the only reason that's my dog. But if you heard that little whining sound, it was my dog. I'm not in space actually right now, just so you know. I'm in my office at home and my dog is here, so that's what that was. Anyway, but as long as you hand in your homework and you hand it in on time, you will get all the points. If you don't hand it in on time, you don't get any of the points. So really, it's a completion grade. So as long as you complete your homework on time, you shouldn't have any problems getting an A in this class. Here is a rundown of how the grade is broken down. We will have a lot of things we're going to do this semester. And as long as you're just doing what's required of you, you shouldn't have any problems. Let's see here. When it comes to academic dishonesty, this is something for both English 101 and English 079. You can never hand in the same work that you handed into another class to this class. It always has to be fresh, new work. So please make sure that you're, of course, you don't copy someone else's paper. That's obvious. But one thing that sometimes people don't realize is that if you use work that you've already handed into another class and you hand it into this class, it counts as an F and it's considered plagiarism. And that goes for English 101. I forgot to mention that in today's 101 video. I'll make sure to mention that next week so nobody has any problems. If you have any disabilities, make sure to contact the office and we'll make sure to get those accommodations for you. That's another thing I forgot to mention in English 101. I'll have a few things to cover again when we talk next week. So, okay, so let's see. Here is our course schedule. Now, when it comes to the books, it's the same books as Comp 1. So you don't have to get any new books, no extra books for this class. In this class, each week, just like in Comp 1, we are going to have goals and assignments. Now, in this class, you're going to have more assignments that are kind of just weekly things that you're going to have to hand in. So today, of course, we're introducing the course and the syllabus. Great, we did that. And today I'm going to assign reading number 1, and I'm going to assign the critical reading activity number 1. Okay. I'm also going to show you the campus engagement project. And if you have any questions on these, feel free to contact me. I'd be happy to explain it face-to-face over Zoom with you at any one of those times in my office hours. So never wait till the last minute. Never say, hey, I don't understand this. I better just not do it. Always just talk to me, because I promise I'm a pretty nice guy and I want you to do well on this class. So, okay, so reading number 1. So all of the readings that we're going to do for English 101 and English 079, they're all the same. So whenever I assign something in one class, you can just assume it's going to be something you're going to read for both classes. You're not going to have different readings for different classes. They're the same readings. So let's take a look at reading number 1. So if you go to your English 101, we're going to go to Blackboard. So this reading is not in the English 079 Blackboard. It's in the Comp 1 Blackboard. You're going to go to the English 101 Blackboard. You go to Homework and Assignments, and you click in the Essay 1 Project Materials folder, because that's what we're going to be working with. Click there. So we're going to get kind of ahead of English 101. So you're going to scroll down and you're going to see The Subway Paradigm Shift by Stephen Covey. And you click there. And it'll download a Word document. This is your first required reading. It's very, very short. Very, very short. So you're going to read that by Friday at midnight. Okay? Not too hard, not very hard. The next thing that you're going to do, okay, so you make sure that's where you find the reading. The next thing you do, go back to the English 079, and here's what you're going to do. You're going to click on where it says Content and Assignment Links. So you click there, and then you go to this folder that says Reading Guide File. Click there. And then you're going to see where it says Reading Discussion Guides. So you're going to fill out one of these for every reading that we do in this class. That's going to be a total of 8 readings over the course of 16 weeks. It's not too bad. So you click here where it says Reading Discussion Guide Notes. You click on that. This is the document that you're going to fill out. You're just going to answer questions about this reading. So let's just go through it real quick, and I'll kind of give you some pointers on how to fill this in. Obviously, you know your name and all that other stuff. But it says, who is the author and what is something interesting about them? Well, I don't know who this author is. Who's the Stephen Covey guy? Well, how would you find out if someone told you the name of somebody and hey, have you ever heard of that person? What would you do? I'll tell you what I would do. I would go to my phone and I would say, Stephen Covey. I would just Google the person. That's all I want you to do. Who is this person? You're not always going to be able to do that, but it's the first thing you would do, right? So let's just do it. Find out who he is. You don't have to write a big old essay about him, but just write, okay, he's the author of, okay, there's a specific book that I'd like you to know that he authored. I'll give you that hint. And that's it. Just write that down. It says, who is the author's intended audience? So that one's going to make you think a little bit, okay? So you're going to want to say, well, it's just to everybody. But is it really to everybody? There are things in every reading that when it comes down to it, the author made some assumptions. This particular author assumes you know what a subway is, assumes that you need to be given a definition of what a paradigm is, and assumes some basic things about the reader. You can say this person, this author is probably writing to an American audience. Okay. And wow, okay, that actually eliminates the vast majority of the people on this planet, right? As far as the population of the world, we're a small fraction. So we've just really narrowed it down. It's an American audience. Who is the audience? It's an American audience. Is it just to men? Is it just to women? Is it to young people? Is it to old people? Okay, what do you think? Okay, again, I want you to think for yourself and put it down. What do you think? Who is the author's intended audience? Okay, the next part is what we call the reverse outline. So what you're going to do is all you need to do is identify the different parts. So whenever it says complete an outline for the reading, the introduction, well, let me tell you, the introduction is going to be the first paragraph of the essay. So what happens in the introduction? Just put it in your own words. In the introduction, the author mentions paradigm shifts and makes it clear that there's going to be a paradigm shift in this story. Done. Put it there. I think I'm doing your homework for you, but I want you to understand kind of what I'm doing. You read the paragraph, what happens in the paragraph. Thesis statement. So early on in this class, you may not know what a thesis statement is. Essentially, what is the claim that the author is making. And I'll give you a hint. Normally it's going to be either in the introduction of the article or it's going to be in the first few paragraphs, whatever that claim is. Well, look at this. There's a claim here. Are paradigms correct or incorrect? Are the sources of our attitudes and behaviors, and ultimately our relationships with others. That sounds like a claim. Okay, there it is. You can copy and paste it if you want to. Now we get to the body of the essay, the body paragraphs. So the first body paragraph, what is it talking about? All you got to do is give the major points. What happens? Okay. Next body paragraph. What happens in that body paragraph? That's what you put here. Okay. Essentially, the big letter, you say, in general, this is what happens. And then if there's specific points, now this is a short one, so there probably won't be specific points, but if there are, you put them in the little a, b, c, and d. In this one, let me just say, you're probably just going to be fine just doing the big letters. What happens in the first paragraph? What happens in the second paragraph? What happens in the third paragraph? What's happening in the fourth paragraph? Now, later on, there's going to be a lot more than just 4 paragraphs. So you're going to have to think about what happens in the first section, what happens in the second section, what happens in the third. So we're going to grow our understanding of writing, but right now we're starting small. Okay, the conclusion. Well, the conclusion is going to be the last paragraph. What happens in the conclusion? That's what you put there. Okay, great. Next thing, does the author address opposing viewpoints? If so, list the paragraph numbers and briefly summarize the opposing viewpoint. Well, he doesn't really show any opposing viewpoints because he's just telling you a story to illustrate his point, right? So no, we could say no. What is the author's tone or attitude? That's something we all have to think about. What is the tone? Is he angry? Is he joking around? Is he serious? Is he mournful? So when you read it, what do you get out of it? Put that there. What is the author's purpose in writing this piece? To inform, entertain, or persuade? Well, in this case, he's trying to teach a person a lesson. So he's trying to persuade us. What is he trying to persuade us to do? I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to ask you that. That's what I want you to put on number 6. Number 7, is there evidence of propaganda or bias in the article? If so, let us know. Well, in this case, maybe not. I don't think there's any real propaganda or bias. But he has an opinion. That doesn't necessarily mean that there's bias. So I would probably put no. Does the author use emotion, anecdotes, case studies, personal experiences to evoke an emotional response from the reader? Absolutely. It says, if so, how? I'm going to let you determine that. You should know that, but whenever you read it. But yeah, he's using emotion in this, and you'll see how. Number 9, write a short 4 to 8 sentences, paragraph, personal response to this article. What do you think about it? Connect the ideas from the readings to real life examples and experiences in your group. We're not going to really have group work here, but it's something maybe people you know. Do you agree or disagree with the author? How would you recommend reading the article, or would you recommend the article to someone else? So just again, 4 to 8 sentences addressing some of those questions in that number 9, and you're good. Then lastly, there's 3 words. What are 3 words that maybe you didn't already know the definition of? And just go ahead and look them up. If there are not 3 words, if you already knew all the definitions, you don't have to do that. But be honest and use this opportunity to grow your vocabulary. Paradigm is probably one you'll want to look up. What exactly is a paradigm? I know I've heard of it. What exactly is it? Better look that one up. Maybe there's another one in there too. Okay. That needs to be completed. You're going to do this for every single reading that we do. And then you're going to save it on your desktop or your laptop or whatever. And then I just want you to complete that. Let's see here. What does the syllabus say? Yeah, let's go ahead and complete that. And then you're going to hand it in. So you're going to go to the English 079 Blackboard. You go to content and assignment links. Then you go over here, you scroll down, hand in reading guides here. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, no, you don't even have to do that. That you won't even see that. You go to week 1 because we're in week 1. You click on week 1, hand in that reading guide. Most of the class is really simple. It's all week 1, week 2, week 3. So if you're in the middle of like week 1 or week 2 or whatever, and you want to know if something's due, just click on that week, and then you'll know what you need to hand in. Week 2, we're going to hand in the second one, okay? But in week 1, we just hand in your reading guide. So just hand in your reading guide to this link. You click there and click where it says browse my computer, and then you go ahead and find your file. You'll see the files there. You submit it, and then boom, you've handed in your homework. That's all you have to do for Friday by midnight. Lastly, I do want to bring your attention to one thing that we do require in this class, and just early on. It's not a huge thing, but it's something that it's worth a lot of points to you. It's called the Campus Engagement Project. You click here, and actually I'm going to have to update this. I'm just going to delete this. Essentially, if you get tutoring in any topic at all, if you get tutoring, then that counts as a campus engagement project. Basically I'll also have other events that you can go to virtually or on campus. And all this is, you just need to attend 2 of these this semester. And then you write a paragraph about what was the thing all about, and then a paragraph about what you thought about that thing. Was it useful to me? You hand it in there and you've got it. So I will add the calendar of events. So there's more than just tutoring right now. Right now, if you get tutoring, knock those out. Those are both worth 50 points a piece. That's 10% of your grade if you get them both done. You just have to make sure to get them both done by the end of the semester. And I'm going to explain this in greater detail next week. I just want to give you an idea. Early on, there is this thing called the Campus Engagement Project, and it is something that over the course of the semester, all you need to do is attend 2 campus events of your choice. You're going to write about, okay, what this campus event was about, and then what you think about it. And then you hand it in here, and you're done. And then you can also do tutoring. So if you go to the tutoring lab or virtual tutoring for any topic, that also counts as a campus engagement. So there is that as well. Anyway, just in review, all that is due for Friday at midnight, again, you're going to go to the Comp 1 folder, and you're going to read the Subway Paradigm Shift, and then you're going to fill out the reading guide. Once you've filled that out, you come over here to content and assignment links. You go to week 1, and you hand it in to this place right here, into that link. That's all you need to do. Guys, if you have any questions, please let me know. Feel free to hop into my office hour at 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning or Friday morning as well, or the Thursday at 1 p.m. I'll be in my office. But of course, don't just wait for those. If you have anything, just email me as soon as you have a question. I'll be happy to help you. Guys, thanks so much. Go ahead and get started. I will see you on the next video.